Yeah, this coming year, now that we're through the strict cohorting protocols that we followed in 2021, being able to mix the kids up during that plan do review time, being able to build that planning process that's going to be part of our relational learning framework for the children that are ready, being able to have a child who might need a little bit more with phonemic awareness or pattern finding, working with children who are more at that level, or a preschooler, a 4-year-old who's really ready for more because they already know all their letters and their letter sounds. Being able to work at where they're at, I think the opportunity to do that is an amazing promise and an amazing opportunity for children to, like you said, you kept using the word model up. And maybe parents might not know what that means, but it's a chance to really see kids doing it. And
Right.
kids are
And to
so
be able to do it themselves.
Kids are so interested in what other kids are doing in school. So it's a sense that we'll be able to be responsive to what the children's needs are. We'll have flexible groupings within a kind of more coherent schedule than we've been able to offer. And we'll be able to understand, like you said earlier, like we understand our learners and we understand that this child maybe be academically ready for more, but socially, emotionally,
Right.
they
Needs
might
to
need a
be
little
there.
bit more
Right.
structured environment with children that are more there. So we want kids to have a little push, but we don't want to push them too hard.
Exactly.
And we want it to be about process and learning how to learn, which is why we love this plan, do, review cycle, why we love the relational learning framework that we're going to be going school-wide, is this sense of children getting to own their decision making and their thinking and reflect on what they're learning and how they learned it and what they might do better next time. If we can graduate students who take that kind of ownership of learning, at the end game, we're doing the right thing by those kids. We're creating leaders, we're creating people who really know how to approach their lives in very purposeful ways, know how to handle obstacles, know how to show resilience. So all that stuff is incredibly important, and no one would believe that a 3 and a 4-year-old could take that kind of ownership and be that self-directed. And they kept wanting to question, well, no, they need an adult, basically. They need to have that handheld, right? But you have shown through decades of plan, do, review, that once children understand the process and they understand the structure and the system, they're perfectly capable of taking ownership of learning in a very deep, important ways that matter to them.
I have a perfect example of that, probably my favorite example from the whole year. As I said before, we did a space unit based on the students' interest in the Perseverance landing on Mars. And it went on for so long, I kept on thinking, have we saturated this? But we did, they were still interested, so we kept going. There was one student in particular who just loved it, absolutely loved it. And he came to us and said, I have a perfect project. Now this is a 5-year-old. Perfect project I want to do for work time. He said, I want to make a mobile with all the planets and the sun and the moon and the other planets' moons as well. So it was a little overwhelming because I'm thinking, okay, how are we going to do this? He did all the research himself. He had seen an idea in a book that he had looked through. He spent probably, I'd say, 3 weeks of work time working on this amazing mobile that he wanted to make. And it was very much to scale. I mean, pretty amazing. This completely came from him, and he was very much independent. I mean, of course, we were there to guide him. We were there to help him gather the materials, but he did this all on his own, very much owned his own learning.